It's your boy Mullah. We back with another one. This week got that fire. And he was talking. What you know? Clank, 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 clank. You heard them knees. Those his knees shaking, right? Then you said it was gonna get swept, right? Right. Okay. Right. Let's hear what you got to say today.
Starting with Game 4 in LA tomorrow. So Shannon, who wins Game 4 on Saturday?
I'm going to take the Suns. I just believe Monty Williams is going to make the proper adjustments. I do not believe Devin Booker and Chris Paul can play possibly not even close to as bad as they played last night. 10 or 40. And look, I understand that Terrence Mann is a good defender. I understand that Patrick Beverley is a good defender. But damn, they're not that good. Devin Booker's legit. He's an offensive bucket. Chris Paul's an all-NBA player. And they made them just look like guys last night. Just guys. Not what we know them to be. Devin Booker, if I'm not mistaken, I think Booker's going to represent the U.S. on the Olympic team. He made the All-Star team. We know what Chris Paul is. And they did not play like what we know them to be. Give Terrence Mann, give Patrick Beverley their credit. Give the Clippers collectively. Zubac did a great job of clogging the lane to come inside.
Yeah, you want to give them credit. But remember, they lost game 2 over some free throws. So it would have been 2-1 the other way. So you better watch what you say.
Challenging shots. But I know they're going to play better than this. I don't see them going 10 or 40. And you're just going to have to find a way to get Devin Booker going. He's going to have to play with that face mask on because it's like, okay, you broke your nose, bro. You don't want to, have something crazy happen again. You're just going to have to get used to it. I think going to shoot around, he's worn it once, going to wear it a couple more times. Hey, if you got to, walk around with it. Because that's what I did, Skip. When I had to wear the sheet, I put my helmet on and just walk around with it, trying to get used to having something in front of my eyes as opposed to not.
Yep.
So you got to do what you have to do to get comfortable and realize that Patrick Beverley is going to make the officials call those fouls. So if you think he's going to back off, he's not that type of dude. He's going to go as far as the officials let him go. And right now they're letting him play. So Book, understand that whomever that Patrick Beverley is guarding, understand he's going to push the envelope. He's going to go as far. If they don't call it, he's going to keep swiping. He's going to keep bodying you up. So just know what you're up for. Hey, in football, they say this is a double chin strap game. Buckle your chin strap. Okay, you know what you're up against. This is a physical game. When you play him, you already expect physicality. But in the playoffs, you expect it even more. And now that they're down, they're desperate. They're going to fight, scratch, and claw to make sure. So I'm going to take the Suns in a nail biter.
Okay.
A nail biter. It's going to come down. It's going to probably be just like game 2. It's going to come down to the very end. But I'm going to take the Suns.
I heard little to no conviction in your voice. I don't think you deep down really believe
2 cases.
that. 2 cases?
Yeah.
All right, done.
No points, though.
I don't need points. I told you.
Looking at you.
I am ride or die with Clippers, and they will not die on Saturday.
What? Skip, you were so skipping the pan, boy. You be flip-flopping, boy. You so ride or die with the Clippers now, huh? You threw the man's shoes away, man. All right.
Night tomorrow.
Look at old Mr. Big Chest over there. You just pruning everything now. You feeling good, old Peacock.
In fact, I like the Clippers even more tomorrow night than I liked them last night.
Well, 3 cases then, since you like them so much.
Done. 3 cases. Thank you very much. By the end of this show, we may be up to that magical 5 that I just won. The Clippers imposed their will on the Suns. The Clippers seized psychological control of the series
you think so?
last night. The Clippers, I told you, should have won game 2. I know they got robbed at the end of that game. The ball went off Ayton's hands and the game would have been over if they had just called it. And Scott Foster tries to rule from the far baseline with Reggie Jackson crossing his view. He couldn't even see what happened. The wrong man tried to make the call and missed it, and then they didn't have the guts at Phoenix to overturn a missed call, which would make them look foolish. And they knew it would have ended the game, because then with 0.9 seconds left, all the Clippers have to do is throw the ball up the floor and touch it, and the game would be over. So the point is, and don't get me started on Ayton grabbing Zoo's jersey and restraining him from getting around the pit.
Well, that's the physicality they let them play with.
Well, that's just dirty basketball, but that's fine. They should have won. They knew they should have won. And Paul George had a little mini meltdown at the free throw line, and I loved what Ty Lue did. He called him as soon as they landed back in LA. He called him in his car, and he said, "Just let it go. We wouldn't have." That's what I told you yesterday. There's no way they would even been in position to win that game if Paul George hadn't gone on that 9-point salvo from 2 minutes left down to 20 seconds left. So I give him high marks for that. He'd already made 2 big free throws earlier in the fourth, and he clanked them, and I give you that. And yet he shook it off last night with a lot of pressure on him. And he turned back into slowly but surely playoff P. So I like where he is mentally. And I believe that the Suns know deep down that the Clippers are just a little bit better than they are. They're just a little better.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're just a little deeper and a little better. And trust me, the Clippers will not go 3 of 17 from 3 in the first quarter tomorrow night. I believe that they will impose their will shooting the basketball more quickly than they did last night, when they did not have their usual good shooting night.
When they're gonna have but if you look at it, Skip, the Clippers went to the foul line 24 times.
That's just because they played harder.
Exactly. The Suns went 13 times.
Okay.
So that's, you lost 8 points right there.
Okay, so I'm going to give this to you on Devin Booker. They said on the plane going home, they had to reset his nose, and it took 8 pain-killing injections around to deaden the nose, and then they had to kind of re-break it, they said, that was the report, to get it back straight. So I'm sure that was not pleasant for him.
Hell no.
And that's bad enough, just the aching, just like you got a migraine in your nose.
And you trying to breathe, Skip, you got to breathe out your mouth.
Okay. I got it, but in 24 more hours, is he going to feel, 48 hours from last night, obviously, will he feel that much better? No, I just don't believe he will. I believe Pat Bev has gotten in his head and under his skin, and I think that will be rinse and repeat tomorrow night. And I told you yesterday, Patrick Beverley needs to play at least 30 minutes, and Ty played him 27 minutes last night. I would like to see 30 tomorrow night, and I believe you will, because he is a revelation, stopping a guy that a lot of people have compared to, because Kobe mentored him, to Kobe Bryant. We did a topic the other day. We went back and forth. How close is he to Kobe Bryant?
Not that close.
Okay, right now, he's a million miles away from Kobe, right? And Chris Paul did not look exactly himself last night after 11 days off.
They definitely played him more than they wanted to, but that was because Cameron Payne got hurt, Skip, and then they don't really have – I thought they may play Javon Carter, but they went with Eton Moore.
They did.
But that's more than Chris Paul needed to play. He had to play because the backup point guard had gotten hurt, and Chris Paul was out of rhythm. He'll be better. He'll be better the next time. I believe Devin Booker will be better the second time out, and you'll see a different outcome.
I told you yesterday, Cameron Payne on offense scares me even a little more than Chris Paul does, because he's quicker and more explosive.
Yeah, Chris got to push the pace. Chris walking the ball up the court. You can't let them get set. He let them get set, because if you look at the first game, Skip, what were they doing? They were getting the ball up. Devin Booker was getting the ball up. They were pushing the pace. Chris Paul is more like walking it up. You let them set in. That's what happened with Utah. Utah all of a sudden started walking the ball up the court, letting them get set. No, push the ball.
Okay. So Cameron Payne hurt his ankle and was gone after 4.5 minutes.
Right.
Will he? I have no idea what the outcome of that will be.
Because without his quickness, Skip, he's just a guy.
Okay.
His quickness is everything.
So with ankles, as you keep trying to tell me about LeBron, it could be much worse than you think. I've seen LeBron over his career shake off ankles right and left and not even come out of the game.
Right.
Well, is it that kind of ankle, or is it the basic high ankle sprain where he's going to be gone for the rest of the playoffs?
Well, he rode it pretty good. And you said Kyrie hurt his midway through game 3, and he missed the last 4 games.
Okay. So that's a bad break for the Suns. I already had a bad break with Marcus Morris Sr. because he's got a knee issue that is severely limiting him. So I don't have my best player. And of my top 3, I got like 1.5 of them because I got Paul George and about half of Marcus Morris. So,
well, are we sure that Reggie Jackson hasn't supplanted him as the 3rd best player on the team?
Slowly but surely, he has to. And he's getting the opportunities and he's cashing the opportunities. Right. And I think he will continue.
Pat Bell's been stepping up too. So, hey, shout out to Pat. Shot town, baby. Shot town.
Continue to do that. And Terrence Mann, playing fearless basketball, just fits in the flow of what they do because he makes all the little big plays, the hustle plays, the loose ball plays, the rebound plays, the block shot plays, the putback plays. He's always in the right place at the right time. Well, he started the game last night, so I'm good. I told you, deepest, most talented team in pro basketball this year was the Clippers.
Right.
And right now their depth is revealing itself to the Suns. So I am good. I think they're playing at a high level, and they're playing at a much. What'd you tell me all year long about their defense? Way overrated, right? Did it look overrated last night?
No, this is the first time that I thought they're like, okay.
Okay, there it is.
Yes.
But it wasn't because of 2 long wing defenders, because one of them was sitting up in a suite watching, right? So it's not that kind of defense where it's the old Jordan Pippen suffocate you at half court.
That's what it was. No, it wasn't because of those 2. It was because of the other 2, Terrence Mann and Patrick Beverly. It was those 2 little ball hawks on the ball.
Okay. So will Rondo make an appearance and have an impact? I don't know, because I thought he could guard Chris Paul because they don't like each other.
Right.
And he's had a long history with Chris where I thought he could bother Chris in ways that Patrick Beverly bothered Devin Booker.
But here's the thing. You put Terrence Mann, who's 6'5", on 6-foot Chris Paul. Now you got a bigger body, a younger guy that can slide, that can move, and can challenge some of his shots. He's willing to fight over screens and get there and try to beat Chris Paul to the spot. So I understand T. Lue's thinking. Let me put a bigger guy on Chris Paul, maybe cut down some of his vision, his ability to see, and I'm going to put the quicker, stronger guy on Devin Booker, because strength for strength, Patrick Beverly is stronger than Devin Booker. He's not mastered how to play. He's a long, angular guy. So was Kobe, but Kobe had nice strength. Michael Jordan was strong beyond strong. So once Book gets that aspect of it down, now he'll be able to deal. Because don't you, Skip? That's what everybody tried to do with Kobe. Get physical. Everybody tried to give him Michael. Get physical. You say, Sam, what was that? Jordan rules? It was all about physicality. It wasn't about no finesse and trying to beat him to the spot.
Yep.
Be physical.
Yep.
Well, there you have it, people. I don't give about the little 3 cases. Hopefully you put some more on it. Because the Clippers about to tie this up. 2-2, going back to Phoenix. And if Kevin Payne ain't coming back, the Suns in trouble. Sorry. But it's your boy Mullah. This week after F5. I'll be back with another. I'm out of here. Bow.